welcome to my channel, Fun Speech Path. My name is Lena. I'm a pediatric speech language pathologist, and today's video is about food chaining. So what exactly is that? Food chaining is a method that we use in feeding therapy, either with picky eaters or kids that have, some sensory aversions, to increase the variety of foods that they will accept. What we do is we start off with that preferred food, that highly desirable food, and we try to create different steps or links to the goal food, which in this case, in today's example, I'm going to talk about going from granola bars to a bowl of warm oatmeal with berries. How we do that, with food chaining in general, is in order to create those links, those steps, you're basically altering one aspect of the food. So it's either going to be the texture, the flavor, the color that might be with the toppings. For example, chocolate chips versus, red strawberries. There's a stark difference in color there. And also sometimes shape can really help you to get them to move from one preferred food to a variety of other foods, okay? The first step, though, I usually recommend parents use a notebook to write down what it is they eat, what they accept. Sometimes it's limited, I know, but you might see that they're more willing to try a different food in the morning versus in the evening. So that is going to inform your decision making when it comes to, okay, well, when, let's say you only have time on the weekends, when on Saturday and Sunday am I going to do these activities to try to help increase the variety of foods? If they're more willing to accept something new in the morning, or at least taste it in the morning because they have more of an appetite, that's when you should do it. If you try at night when they're least likely to accept food, maybe they prefer a warm glass of milk before they go to sleep and that's it, you're not going to try it in the evening because the likelihood of success is going to be dramatically less, right? And you'll see that by having your notebook of data. Really, this is going to help you figure out your steps. And sometimes you also see patterns. If it's just written on the piece of paper right in front of you, it's easier to see the pattern versus when you're thinking about it in your head. Everyone is different. Everyone has different strengths and weaknesses. So maybe you don't need this, but I really do recommend writing it down just in case. Okay, you never know what pattern you're going to see. Okay, so getting back to our example for today, I have here a granola bar with chocolate chips and peanut butter chips. So let's say that the individual that I'm working with, this is the food they tolerate, well, not even tolerate, this is the food that they enjoy the most. This is what they want. They will drop everything and run to this. So this food item is what I'm going to use to try to increase their variety. First, I might start off with flavor. So if they like granola bars, I know they're okay with the texture. Let's see if we can work away from chocolate chips. Maybe just focus on a peanut butter. Remember, this is chocolate chip and peanut butter. So let's move down to peanut butter, and then maybe I'll expose them to, let's say, apples and cinnamon, or even just maple and brown sugar. You can try different things. There is a lot of trial and error involved because every child is different. You never know what they'll accept. And usually what I like to do is if they're eating a granola bar, I will advise the parent to eat with them. A lot of our meal times and the foods that we accept have to do with the smells that we're used to. If you're not used to a certain smell, you're more likely to be a bit more wary of it, right? And some of our kids, smell is a huge issue for them. If they cannot tolerate being next to, I don't know, I'm going to use something really pungent as an example, blue cheese. There's a strong aroma associated with blue cheese. You have to get desensitized to it for a while, right? And how do you do that? You tolerate its presence on the table for a longer and longer period of time until maybe you're like, okay, maybe I can just try it. It's not that bad, right? And you put it on a cracker and you taste it. We all go through this at some point in some way. Well, I shouldn't say we all. Some people are a little more adventurous than others, and that's okay too. But I'm talking about a kid who does not like many foods, okay? So Prepare foods with them, have your meals together. If they're only eating the granola bar, okay, what are you going to do? You're trying, you're taking certain steps. There's a saying, a little, what is it? A little by little becomes a lot. Basically, taking those small steps, you'll eventually see that all those, singular steps that you were taking led you to a point where you have accomplished so much. So keep that in mind when you're working on feeding. It is a slow process. Be easy on yourself, be easy on your kiddo. It's tough. Okay, or I keep saying kiddo. You can use this with an adult too that has picky eating tendencies. Try it. You never know. Okay, so back to the example. So we've increased the variety of granola bars that the kiddo will accept, but we still find that, you know what, chocolate chip and peanut butter is the way to go, because that's their tried and true flavor. They'll tolerate the apple cinnamon, the maple sugar. Okay, if this isn't available, they'll eat it. They'll be fine. But this is what they prefer. So I'm going to continue to use that chocolate chip and peanut butter chip flavor to go to the oatmeal, the bowl of oatmeal. And I will do that by simply making a bowl of oatmeal with chocolate chip and peanut butter chips. Now, how are you then going to get them to this point where it's plain? Slowly decrease the amount of peanut butter and chocolate chips that you're adding in there. They're getting more used to that oatmeal flavor and less dependent on that, that sweet chocolatey or peanut buttery flavor. Eventually, maybe you can try stirring in some peanut butter. Or if they've gotten to this point where they will just tolerate the oatmeal on its own, you can start to put like jam options on the side. So you can scoop that in and put that into the oatmeal, mix that up to make it a little bit sweeter. Right? At this point, the peanut butter and the chocolate chip is really out of sight. You're moving them on to get closer to that warm bowl of berry oatmeal. Now, the jams they'll accept, let's see if they'll accept whole berries. If they're still not at the point where they'll tolerate the whole berries, have them help you make a little compote, or mash the berries with some sugar, something like that, so that they're used to the shape and the smell of the berries, but they're just actively participating in creating the jam that they will tolerate in their oatmeal. Eventually, again, mash it less and less, and until the point where they're tolerating a larger chunk of berry in their oatmeal. Now, temperature, then what you're doing is you're slowly making it warmer and warmer. If they really like room temperature foods, they might just turn away from a warm bowl of oatmeal. So you're increasing it slowly. Obviously, you're going to monitor the temperature. You don't want it to be too hot, but a warm bowl is okay, right? And so you're going to do that again, step by step, like I said. Now, I hope that was clear. I know, again, this is something difficult for many of our kids. I work with peds, so I am going to continue to say kiddos, but again, you can use this with adults too. Okay, I hope you found this helpful. Please leave me a comment. Let me know if you want more videos like this, or if you have a specific food chain that you want me to show you how to use. I will try. Just let me know what you need, and I will happily try to create a video for that. Okay, have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.